Under the relentless sun, Adam and Eve struggle to cultivate the desolate plains, their faces bearing the marks of a harsh existence. In the distance, Cain toils relentlessly in the fields, his movements stark against the arid backdrop. Nearby, Abel watches over his flock, their white wool a striking contrast to the barren land. The unforgiving landscape stretches towards the horizon, a constant reminder of the paradise lost, Eden. The flickering firelight casts long, dancing shadows across the rough walls of Adam and Eve's humble dwelling. Adam and Eve share a meager meal of roots and berries, their faces reflecting the hardship of their existence. Cain and Abel sit in silence, the subtle tension between the brothers palpable in the dimly lit space. Eve's voice drifts through the air, tinged with longing. I remember the garden, a place of endless bounty, where fruit hung heavy on the branches and the rivers flowed with sweet water. Cain's fist clenches, his eyes fixed on the mesmerizing flames, discontent simmering beneath the surface. Under the vast sky, Cain kneels before the altar, a humble offering of crops laid out in neat rows. Nearby, Abel presents a pristine lamb, its wool radiant as it awaits divine judgment. A brilliant light descends, bathing Abel's offering in celestial favor, a clear sign of grace. Shadows creep across Cain's face as he witnesses the divine preference, his features hardening with envy. Jealousy ignites in Cain's eyes, a storm brewing beneath the surface as he grapples with rejection. In his rough-hewn dwelling, Cain is consumed by brooding anger, shadows twisting around him like dark thoughts. Firelight flickers across the walls, each spark a painful reminder of the altar and the events that transpired. His mind replays the scene, fueling his rage with every agonizing repetition. Each bleed is a taunt, a constant reminder of his perceived failure and Abel's success. Under the unforgiving glare of the sun, an empty field stretches endlessly, a desolate stage for divine confrontation. A blinding light pierces the bleakness as the Lord manifests, his presence a stark contrast to the barren landscape. Cain stands rigid, his silhouette, a study in defiance against the overwhelming radiance, his face, a mask, concealing inner turmoil. The Lord's voice resonates across the field, a celestial decree cutting through the silence. Why are you angry? If you do what is right, you will be accepted. A chilling warning hangs in the air as the Lord concludes. But if you do not, sin is waiting at the door. You must learn to rule over it. Cain gestures, an invitation cloaked in ominous calm, drawing Abel into the vast expanse of the fields. The air hangs thick and heavy, pregnant with unspoken words and simmering conflict. Golden stalks of grass sway in the gentle breeze, their whispers the only sound in the tense quiet. A dark intent flickers in Cain's eyes, a shadow passing over his face as they walk deeper into the wilderness. The fields stretch out before them, an idyllic landscape soon to be marred by the weight of their unspoken animosity. Under the vast sky of a remote field, Cain rises, his shadow falling ominously over Abel. The act unfolds with brutal swiftness, a violation against the serene landscape. Cain's face is a canvas of torment, his eyes reflecting a storm of inner conflict. Blood blooms on the earth, a stark testament to irreversible transgression, as a deafening silence descends. As dusk descends, long shadows stretch across the fields, and a chill wind whispers secrets through the tall grass. Lord's voice cuts through the twilight. Where is your brother Abel? Cain responds, his tone dripping with false innocence. I don't know, am I my brother's keeper? Though his words feign ignorance, Cain's eyes betray a deep gnawing guilt. Under the unforgiving glare of the sun, a desolate landscape stretches into the distance, bearing witness to a dark secret. Cain stands trembling before the Lord, his face a canvas of fear and guilt, etched deep into his soul. The Lord's voice booms across the barren land, a judgment that echoes through eternity. What have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. The Lord proclaims, the weight of divine sorrow heavy in the air. The Lord's curse descends, a chilling decree. From now on, the land will not give you its best harvest, and you will become a restless wanderer on the earth. Cain crumbles under the weight of the pronouncement, his horror and despair a palpable storm raging within him. Under the relentless sun, Cain stands solitary on the vast, stretching plains, a figure swallowed by the immensity. Despair carves deep lines into his face, tears mingling with sweat as they trace paths down his weathered skin. The wind howls around him, a mournful cry carrying his desperate words away into the emptiness. My punishment is more than I can bear. Anyone who finds me will try to kill me. Cain cries out, his voice cracking with anguish. Under the vast sky, the Lord extends a hand towards Cain, a gesture both powerful and fateful. Upon Cain's forehead, a mark appears, a brand of divine protection, glowing faintly against his skin. The ethereal light pulsates, a constant reminder of his transgression, searing into his very being. The mark stands as a symbol of inescapable judgment, yet also whispers of unexpected mercy in the desolate plains. Cain begins his exile, a lone figure dwarfed by the endless plains. Each step is a burden, the weight of his actions etched into his weary posture. The unforgiving landscape mirrors the desolation in his heart, a constant reminder of his irreversible deed. Guilt and regret cling to him like shadows, twisting his path into an unending penance across the barren earth. Days melt into an endless, desolate landscape where Cain trudges onward, a solitary figure against the harsh horizon. In the distance, faint shapes emerge, other people, their forms wavering like mirages in the heat. Hope flickers in Cain's eyes as he approaches, the promise of connection drawing him forward. But as he nears, a wave of primal fear washes over the faces of the others, their expressions contorted in horror. Inside Cain's cramped, dimly lit shelter, shadows writhe on the rough-hewn walls, mirroring the turmoil within. Huddled under meager blankets, Cain finds little warmth against the encroaching cold, his isolation deepening. Memories of Abel flood Cain's mind, each image a fresh torment, a constant reminder of his irreversible act. Nightmares claw at the edges of Cain's consciousness, twisting reality into a grotesque reflection of his inescapable crime. Years etched onto his face, Cain wanders through a desolate, mountainous region. Mist-shrouded peaks loom, mirroring the solitude that clings to him. His steps are slow, each one a heavy echo of years of unending penance. The weight of his actions is palpable in every weary movement. He is a solitary figure against the vast, unforgiving landscape, forever marked by his past. Under a sky ablaze with the dying sun, Cain sits in solitude, his silhouette stark against the fiery horizon. Regret carves deep lines into his face, a silent testament to burdens carried through time. Yet, amidst the sorrow, a flicker of acceptance begins to dawn, softening the harshness of his features. Upon his brow the mark glows faintly, a perpetual reminder of his past and the enduring mercy that shadows him.